Good morning students, now it's time for English grammar and today we will be revising the first chapter sentences. What is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that is meaningful when written in the proper order. So what is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that is meaningful when written in the proper order. So any sentence that gives you the full meaning that is called in proper order, that is called a sentence. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with either a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. A sentence always begins with a capital letter and ends with either a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. A sentence can be divided into two parts. So a sentence it always begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or question mark or exclamation mark. A sentence can be divided into two parts, subject and predicate. Sentence is divided into two parts, subject and predicate. So the first part of a sentence is the subject. It tells us who the person, place, animal or thing is, about whom the sentence is. So what is the subject? The first part of a sentence is the subject. It tells us who the person, place, animal or thing is, about whom the sentence is. Number 2. The second part of a sentence is the predicate. So the first part is the subject and the second part is the predicate. And what does predicate tells? It tells us about the action related to the subject. So what is the subject doing? When you get to the answer, that is the predicate. That is why the part of the sentence always has this part of the sentence always has a verb. So predicate always has a verb. Again I am telling a sentence can be divided into two parts, subject and predicate. The first sentence is the subject. What does it tell? It tells us who the person, place, animal or the thing is and about whom the sentence is. And the second part is the predicate, which tells us about the action related to the subject. And this part of the sentence it always contains a verb. For example, the dogs are roaming on the street. The subject is the dog. See, the dogs and the predicate are roaming on the street. The dogs are roaming on the street. So the subject is the dogs. The dogs are roaming on the street. The subject is the dogs over here and the predicate are roaming on the street. So what is the subject doing? They are roaming on the street. So this is the predicate. Frogs live in the pond. So what is subject over here? Subject is frogs. And predicate, where does the frog live? Frog lives in the pond. So lived in the pond is a predicate. Next, sometimes the predicate can have more than one object. For example, Rahul gave the book to me. So what is the subject over here? Here the subject is Rahul. And what does Rahul do? He gave the book to me. So sometimes sometimes the predicate has more than one verb. Verb is what? Gave, more than one object. Here the verb is gave and object the book and to me. It is the object. So our predicate can contain two objects also. Sneha is playing badminton with her friend. So subject is what? Sneha. And predicate is what? Is playing badminton with her friend. So here also there are two objects. Look, badminton and with her friend. This is the two objects that is there in a single predicate. Next, rearrange the jumbled words to make meaningful sentences. In Europe is the first one is Rome is in Europe. Next, gave Robert a Sam gift. So rearrange the jumbled. What will be the Robert gave a gift to Sam. Number 3. The storm sank in the ship. The answer will be the ship sank in the storm. Number 4. Baby, the balloon air blew into. So what will be the answer? The baby blew air into balloon. Number 5. The clever animal fox is. The fox is a clever animal. Number 6. Made cold a desert, Mrs. Jackson. Mrs. Jackson made a cold desert. Number 7. Mother flowers in the vase, some put. What will be the answer? Mother put some flowers in the vase. Florence the dirty floor cleaned. Florence cleaned the dirty floor. Underline the subject and circle the predicate. Raoul eats fruit every day. So Raoul is the subject and predicate eats fruit every day. Uncle Bob closed the door. So Uncle Bob is the subject, close the door is the predicate. I live in a brick house. So I is the subject, live in a brick house is the predicate. My shoes have blue laces. My is the subject, shoes have blue laces is the predicate. The boy rode a bus. The boy is the subject and rode a bus is the predicate. Match the subject to its suitable predicate. The camel is the shape of the desert. The octopus has 8 arms. The peacock is the national bird of India. A car has 4 wheels. Jupiter is the largest planet. Oil floats on water. The pyramids are in Egypt. The Ganges is a holy river. A rainbow has 7 colors. Now give each subject a suitable predicate with the help of the given picture. So look at the pictures and write down the suitable subject predicate. Subject and the suitable predicate. The types of sentences. There are different types of sentences. Number 1, simple sentences. Sentences that give information or provide facts are simple sentences. So what are simple sentences? Sentences that give information or provide facts are simple sentences. They are also called declarative sentences. Simple sentences always end with a full stop. So what are simple sentences? Sentences that give information or provide facts are simple sentences. The sentences that are very simple and they end with a full stop, and these simple sentences, they are also called declarative sentences. Like, look at the example. The sun sets in the west. The peacock is a beautiful bird. The butter was in the fridge. Question sentences. Sentences that ask questions are question sentences. They are also called interrogative sentences. Question sentences always end with a question mark. So what are question sentences? Question sentences are always that ask a question and they always end with a question mark, and they are also called interrogative sentences. What are simple sentences also called? The simple sentences are also called declarative sentences. And question sentences are also called interrogative sentences. Now look at the example. Whose ball is this? What are you searching? Where is your friend? So all these are question sentences and they always end with a question mark. Next, command sentences. Sentences that give orders or commands or make requests are command sentences. They are also called imperative sentences. Command sentences always end with a full stop. So what are command sentences? They are the command sentences, they give orders or commands to make requests, and they are also called imperative sentences, and they always end with a full stop. Whenever a sentence that give orders or commands or make requests, they are called command sentences. Simple sentences are called declarative sentences. Question sentences are called interrogative sentences. Simple sentences, they end with a full stop. Question sentences, they are called interrogative sentences and they end with a question mark. Command sentences, they are also called imperative sentences where in these sentences you look, someone gives orders or commands or make requests, and they always end with a full stop. Now look at the example. Show me your notebooks. Open the window. Please get me a glass of water. So all these are either someone is requesting or making command or giving orders. Exclamatory sentences. Sentences that express emotion are exclamatory sentences. Sentences that express emotion are exclamatory sentences. These sentences always end with an exclamation mark. So the sentences that express emotion are exclamatory sentences and they always end with a exclamation mark. Look at the example. You are adorable. Ice creams are my favorite. Happy birthday, Amy. So all these sentences where it ends with exclamation mark, they are known as exclamatory sentences. Next, look at the pictures and frame simple question. Look at the pictures and you frame questions of your own. So simple sentences of your own. Complete the question for each sentences. I live on Malvik Road. Where do you live? You have to frame questions. Jolly's pet is a rabbit. What pet is Jolly? Then you get an answer. Jolly's pet is a rabbit. I am happy because my grandmother has come. Why are you happy? Why are you happy? Give a question mark. The answer, I am happy because my grandmother has come. I am going to the market. Where are you going? The answer you get, I am going to the market. They are my brothers. Who are they? The answer you get, they are my brothers. My father will return home at 5 p.m. So what will be the question frame? When will your father return? Write an exclamatory word from the word box given below for each situation. So the words are given: wow, hush, hush, hooray, alas, ouch, hello. Now you find a corn on the street. Wow, you slip and fall. Hush, ouch. You slip and fall, ouch. Your pet dies, alas. Your best friend wins the race, hooray. You tell your friends to be quiet, hush. You meet a neighbor on the street, hello. Read each sentence given below and whether it's a simple question, command or exclamatory. Did that spider scare you? Question. My teacher does the sum on the board. Simple. Oh, that is not my bag. Exclamatory. What can I do for you? Question. These cherries are sour. Simple. Tokyo is the capital of Japan. Simple. Don't shout at me. Command. Can you carry this heavy box? Question. Please switch off the fan. Command. It rains a lot in the monsoon season. Simple. So I have finished this first chapter of revision, first chapter in English grammar. Understand the chapter thoroughly so that you will be able to attempt all the questions easily. Thank you.